Coco Gauff dominates China Open and champions fairness for all players. Gauff's title defense begins with conviction. When Coco Gauff stepped onto the courts in Beijing for her China Open debut, the weight of expectation was unmistakable. Ranked world number 3, the young American was not just defending a prestigious title but also a hefty cache of 1,000 ranking points. The stakes high. The pressure palpable. But Gauff, ever the competitor, transformed nerves into focus and delivered a performance that reminded everyone why she's one of tennis's brightest stars. Facing Kamila Rakimova, a rising Russian talent, Gauff's first set was a gritty battle. She faced 8 break points, her serve tested and her composure pushed. Yet, with the poise of a 2-time Grand Slam champion, she clawed her way through, saving every one. Super happy to be back here. I have great memories from last year. Hoping to make some more good memories here, Gauff shared in her on-court interview, her smile betraying relief and determination. As the set wore on, Gauff's higher ranking showed. She broke Rakimova at a crucial moment, then held steady to take the set 6-4, clinical second set. Gauff's experience shines. What followed was a masterclass in momentum. Rakimova's game unraveled in the second set, and Gauff seized every opportunity. Starting with a break to love, she never looked back. The American's serve remained solid, her return game relentless. After a marathon game featuring 5 deuces and 3 breakpoints saved by Rakimova, Gauff finally secured her second break and accelerated towards the finish line. In just 44 minutes, she delivered a bagel, a 6-0 set that left no doubt about her form. The statistics painted a clear picture. Gauff won 72% of her first serve points and saved all 10 breakpoints she faced, a testament to her mental fortitude. Rakimova, by contrast, could only manage 38% on her first serve in the second set and faltered under pressure. The match lasted 1 hour and 43 minutes, but by the end, the gulf in class was apparent. Beyond the court, advocating for player equity. But Gauff's presence in Beijing wasn't just about her own game. Off the court, she's emerged as a vocal advocate for player welfare and equity in tennis. The ongoing dispute between players and Grand Slam organizers over financial support has reached a new stage. Earlier this week, a letter, co-signed by the majority of top 10 ATP and WTA players, was sent to the Grand Slam tournaments, demanding a higher share of tournament revenue and the creation of a welfare fund. Represented by former WTA CEO Larry Scott, the players are pushing for more than just increased prize money. They want a council that gives athletes a real voice in decision-making. Gauff confirmed that while she couldn't attend the latest meeting due to her practice schedule, she's kept informed and engaged. Overall, it's been a long process with that. We have a player representative. I like to keep most of the for him because they did have a meeting this week, Gauff told reporters after her win. She emphasized that the fight isn't just for the sports elite. The biggest message is not just to benefit us, it's to benefit all the players. Prize money at Grand Slams has risen. The U.S. Open increased its fund by 20% to $90 million in 2025, but when measured against total revenue, it still lags behind. Gauff, along with other stars like Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner, Aryna Sabalenka, and Iga Swiatek, is urging organizers to recognize that the sport's health depends on supporting players ranked well beyond the top 10. The road ahead, Gauff's next challenge and broader implications. Gauff's next match promises fireworks. She faces Leylah Fernandez, world number 25, who dispatched Maria Sakkari in her own opener with a ruthless 6-2, 6-0. They're head-to-head. Gauff leads 2-0, but Fernandez's form sets the stage for a high-stakes showdown. As Gauff navigates the late-season tour, she's treating this period almost like a pre-season, building for next year, analyzing every match for lessons and momentum. At this point of the year, it's always just looking at how to get better for next year, she said before the tournament began. Her recent record speaks volumes. Champion in Beijing and at the WTA Finals in 2024, semi-finalist in Wuhan, and a 13-2 record in her last 3 major tournaments, amassing 2,700 ranking points. Yet, the sting of her U.S. Open defeat to Naomi Osaka remains fresh, a reminder of how quickly fortunes can shift in tennis. As Gauff continues her campaign in Beijing, her dual role as champion and changemaker has brought her even closer to fans and fellow players. The athlete who spoke of wanting to shop in Beijing's malls after her match is the same one challenging tennis's establishment, advocating for a fairer future. Sources: Tennis Up to Date, Uba Tennis. Gauff's success in Beijing is more than a story of athletic excellence. It's a window into how today's top players are leveraging their status to challenge tradition and champion collective progress. Her on-court poise and off-court advocacy signal a generational shift, where winning means more than trophies, it means raising the game for everyone. The Beijing skyline gleamed with its usual brilliance, skyscrapers shining like a chorus of lanterns against the night. But on the court of the China Open, another light commanded attention. Coco Gauff, the 19-year-old force of nature who has turned her raw promise into undeniable presence. She came, she conquered, and she left the unmistakable mark of a champion. Not just of titles, but of fairness, of a game where respect runs deeper than results. A star in full bloom. From the moment she stepped onto the court, Gauff carried herself with the authority of someone who knows her place in tennis history is not merely being written but actively carved. Her movement was crisp, her serves fierce, her backhand slicing through the Beijing air like a conductor's baton commanding the orchestra of the match. She didn't just win matches, she controlled them, set their rhythm, and left her opponents gasping in the wake of her pace and precision. Each round at the China Open became an exhibition of growth. Where once she was known for fiery defense and youthful resilience, she now displayed variety. Drop shots that teased the net, volleys placed with surgical calm, and forehands that no longer faltered but flourished. Gauff wasn't simply playing her game, she was expanding it. The champion's aura. By the time she reached the later rounds, the conversation was no longer about whether Gauff could win, it was how quickly and how brilliantly she would do it. Her dominance became a statement. The reigning U.S. Open champion had come to Beijing not to participate but to assert. The crowd embraced her fully. They chanted her name in unison, waved signs scrawled in Mandarin and English, and captured every fist pump on their glowing phone screens. Children leaned forward in awe, teenagers mimicked her victory gestures, and parents nodded knowingly. They were watching the next great custodian of the sport. More than just tennis. Yet what made Gauff's China Open run resonate far beyond the scoreline was the way she used her platform. She didn't speak only about forehands and rankings. She spoke about fairness, about creating a level field for all players, from the household names to those grinding away in early rounds and distant courts. In press conferences, she reminded audiences that tennis isn't just about its stars. Travel schedules, prize money distribution, access to resources.